Good afternoon, everyone, and we are at Vicarage Road for the Premier League match between the Hornets and the Seagulls. That's right, Watford take on Brighton after recovering from a 1-0 loss at the hands of West Ham United on Tuesday night. Frustrating game. We were pretty up for it, had chances, looked the better team the first 30 or so minutes. But then, usual Watford, we go back into our shell a little bit. We start to get nervous. We don't take those few chances we create. And then West Ham with a very innocuous shot from Jarrod Bowen. I mean, there was no way that Lanzini should have had the space to make the pass into Bowen. And Bowen just drives forward into the space. It deflects off the right foot of Samir. Wrong foot's Ben Foster. And a very, very frustrating way to end that game, because under Hodgson, we've looked defensively much better. As a team, as a unit, much more together, and we're working for each other. The effort is there. It's just still lacking in quality and confidence. But look, we got to say that against Burnley, we looked the better attacking team slightly. And although it was a game you'd like to win, it wasn't a must win. It was a must not lose. And we got our first clean sheet of the season there. And then West Ham, you knew it was going to be a difficult game. West Ham pushing for Champions League this season. But on the circumstances of that match, you really felt we could have, and we maybe should have, got at least a point. So that's a really frustrating thing to see. We go into the game today against Brighton. Brighton obviously didn't play last week, so they come into this with a rest. How will that affect Brighton? Well, you'd imagine that would help them, but also you've got to say Brighton, they've been a solid team this season. That's why they're sitting where they are in 9th position. They've had a lot of draws this season, and we've had too many of those draws against the likes of, Burnley and Norwich. Burnley and Newcastle earlier in the season, where you think we need to turn those draws into wins. So it's a big game for us, certainly. And we know that, Brighton are a good side. They got a draw against Chelsea. They got a point also in the game, not that far away against Palace. So they're a stubborn team, right? We know that they defensively are quite solid. They don't score that many goals, but when they do, they can score in hatfuls. And Neil Maupay has done it before against us, so I'm worried about him. He scored in his debut against us on that opening day of the 1920 season. And look, if we lose 3-0 today, like we did on that game under Javi, then we really are in trouble. So we've got to be a lot better than that. We've got to be on the front foot as much as we can under Hodgson. I know the approach is fair enough. We need to get things solid at the back first, and there has been that improvement defensively, a bit more organised, which is not what we've seen so far this season. So let's try and do that. Let's not take the handbrake off too much, but at the same time, we've got to show some bite today, because against West Ham, we looked good, we had chances, but especially in the final third, we're just lacking that killer pass, that killer shot, and the decision making has got to be better. That chance for Cleverley against West Ham, he's running behind it. He needs to get ready for the shot and then have a good effort. But ultimately, we can score goals. I just think it's a matter of confidence and really at home as well. Hopefully the support can really get behind the lads today, give them that impetus and that energy to push on to Brighton as much as we can. I keep saying that, but it is inevitable. We're going to try and stay in the games and score, but it doesn't matter if you stay at 0-0, because if you can't actually take advantage of the chances you get, then it will be a season that we don't stay up. So I'm predicting a nervy game. Ismail Assar, could it be his return? Quite possibly. Maybe not for the whole minutes. Hopefully he's in the squad though, and might see a little cameo appearance, or 45 minutes here or there. But if Sarr is back and playing well, then we're cooking. We really are, because the king of Africa, as Dennis said to him, he's won Senegal, so he's going to be happy with them. And I feel like he has been our missing piece recently. So Isma, come on, mate. You can do it against the Seagulls. I'm predicting, though, Watford to get their first victory since November. Watford 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. First goal scorer in the game. I think I've mentioned him before, but he is a threat. Neil Maupay on 19 minutes to, as always, make us concede the first goal. But then we show some character under good old Roy Hodgson, and King gets the first one. on 60 minutes. Did, of course, score the goal for Bournemouth in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup tie with Brighton a few seasons back. And also the second goal for Watford after that one in the 60th minute. It's Ismail Assar substituted on in the 80th minute, and on 88 minutes, he gets a winner. And delirium for the Watford fans. Finally, a result that we really want to see. And off the back of Newcastle beating Everton, Burnley getting a point at United, Newcastle, also not just Newcastle, but Norwich drawing with their game against Palace, we really need to focus on ourselves and stop thinking, oh, we need to feel sorry for ourselves that we're losing and that the teams around us are getting up points. But no, it's a time we made those teams worry and did some points ourselves. Come on, you Horns!